Tony, do you want to open the bowling this morning?
Just finalizing a 2-album deal for my new rock band, Halitosis.
Oh, them.
You say that like we're a bunch of tattooed psychotic degenerates who bite the heads off vampire bats live on stage. Which, okay, they are. But they also have the potential of being our biggest clients.
I hardly think so, Tony. Quality, that's the lifeblood of Eton management.
Hey, I'm all for quality. That's why I didn't sign those 2 girls who wrestle naked in a pit of baked beans. Despite the fact they were huge crowd pullers. And if you took your own toast, you could even get a free meal after the show.
Jenny!
Just had a very weepy call from Trudy Hackman, host of Crime Call.
Oh, God, she hasn't been arrested for shoplifting again. I mean, how many times have we hushed this up? I thought you were going to get a treatment.
I tried. I bought her a book on kleptomania, but somebody took it from my office. I presumed it was her, and she'd read it. She's popping in at 11.
Yes, Helen?
Can I just say, Andrew Draycott is having just the most horrific time at Stratford. He's up there playing Julius Caesar.
What's the play?
It's called Julius Caesar, actually, Joni.
These new plays, I can't keep up.
Anyway, Andrew's having real problems with the other members of the cast, and he wants me to put in an official complaint to the theatre.
Why, what's the trouble?
Mark Antony, Cassius, and Brutus keep sneaking into his dressing room and nicking his chocolate hobnobs. They've also taken his comfy chair, and they've drawn a moustache on his photograph in the foyer.
Sounds like they're all plotting against him.
That's what he thinks.
Atty.
Jack Brickman's funeral this AM. And I've got a...
Brickman's dead? I had no idea.
I sent a memo. It was point 4, just after the suggestion about company cars.
But I mean, poor Jack, he's been our client for 15 years.
Well, what happened?
Smashed out of his head on brandy. Crashed his Ferrari into a don't drink and drive hoarding.
One of the greatest singer-songwriters of his generation. Oh, when's the funeral?
Today.
Well, shouldn't we all be there?
Full agency turnout? No need. I've organised a wreath the size of a tractor wheel, and I'll pretend to cry a bit during the eulogy.
You're unbelievable. You have all the charm of a yeast infection.
On the upside, I do have 2 record companies bidding for his greatest hits. Take a look at these sample covers. Jack's Back, Swan Song, and check this out. Death, Rattle and Roll.
Am I the only one here who believes we should care about our clients? That being an agent isn't just about sucking every last penny out of people? Am I?
Yes,
Thank
you
you,
are.
yes. God, you don't have clients, you have lost causes.
My clients have long-term potential, Joan. Novelists, playwrights, serious actors who need nurturing, who need caring.
Who need washing. Who is that dubiously stained little man who's been locked in your office for the past week?
It's Eamon. He's a tortured, misunderstood ex-alcoholic, manic-depressive genius.
Oh, not another one.
His wife threw him out, Dominic, and he needed somewhere to finish his play.
Well, moving on. Now then, I went to a charity auction on Saturday, and do you know who was there? Rebecca Fox. Now, if you remember that her American series Super Bitch has ended his run on NBC, and she's come home to look for a new agent to relaunch her career over here.
Oh, wasn't she one of your old girlfriends? That's right. She dumped you, didn't she? Went off with Thingy, that awful chat show host.
Yes, but that's all Perrier under the bridge now, Jenny. This is business, and I truly think that signing someone of Rebecca's caliber would be a real partridge feather in the old hunting hat.
Didn't she used to be a Bond girl?
Yeah, well, amongst other jobs, yes.
Yeah, the spy with a golden view. Ran around with 007 in a butt floss bikini with cleavage you could yodel in.
Well, that wasn't the only role she's ever played, Tony.
Yeah, didn't Bond diddle her in the back of a gondola?
Yes, now, moving on.
Yeah, that's right, because there was some terrible pun about the guy in the rear with a long pole.
Thank you, Tony. Now, listen, she's popping in after lunch, so if you could all have a bit of a think, then perhaps we can pool our ideas and lay on a bit of a show for her. It's vital to impress. Right, now, off you go, and remember to do unto them what Joseph did not do unto Mary.
Eden Management, putting you through. Dominic, your wife called. 9:20. She needs to talk to you about your divorce settlement. Wants you to call her back right away.
Oh, thank you,
She phoned again. 9:24. Said if you hadn't called by 9:30, she's going to start cutting all your ties in two.
Oh, thank you.
9:45, she left another message. You now have the largest tie collection in Western Europe.
Thank you, Gloria. I'll see her in the restaurant.
Anybody needs me, I'm just stepping out to do a little early Christmas shopping.
Christmas shopping, Tony.
You bet.
But it's January.
Yeah? Oh, what? Just because I do next year's Christmas shopping at this year's January sale, I'm some kind of cheapo sleazebag?
Well, yes.
Wrong. Rule 1 of business strategy, girls. Always think ahead. Summer coats, buy in winter. Winter coats, buy in spring. Property. Buy in wartime, sell in peacetime. I wish I had the photos. Last year, I bought this unbelievable holiday villa in downtown Beirut. Yeah, as soon as the shelling stops, prices are gonna soar.
Any calls for me, babes?
Just one, an anonymous death threat.
Oh, that'll be Chelsea Whitelaw. Just the one anonymous death threat?
Yes.
You she'd calm down.
So, give me the worst.
It's bad news, I'm afraid. She's still holding out.
But I've given in to all her demands. Henry, the house, the cars, the money. What is it now?
I'm afraid she's holding out for your Barry Manilow record collection.
God, she's vicious.
She wants all 14 albums. She also wants the tortoise.
What, Terry? She's not having him.
She's prepared to let you have one of the cars in return.
Not interested.
Dominic, it's only a tortoise.
Listen, I had a vasectomy for that woman. I walked her around like an upturned catapult for a whole week. Said she didn't want kids, made me have the operation. And now she tells me that she's met somebody else and she's off. I'm keeping the tortoise.
Well, what do you suggest we do?
Let's get round a table. We'll put Teddy in the middle and we'll both call his name. He'll be on my side within 2 hours flat, I guarantee it.
Dominic, that's insane. Don't you see you're blinded by bitterness?
She's got my Barry Manilow and all my sperm, Henry. How do you suppose I feel?
Joni, here's that list of drama students you wanted.
Notice anything?
What?
Don't I look different? Am I glowing? A new sparkle? Guess what happened to me on Friday night?
Oh, you're kidding. You finally went for that high colonic enema. Oh. Skin looks amazing.
I had sex. The first time since Frank and I divorced 3 years ago.
My God, who was it?
Frank, he came back.
Is that good?
The whole weekend was just like old times. We walked in the rain, we held hands, we laughed. My knees haven't met in 3 days.
So you're back together now?
No, he left again.
So why are you so happy?
Because I finally got him out of my system. I know now for sure he's a no-good, worthless son of a bitch.
Sorry, Eamon, I just need a file. How's it going?
Empty.
How are you feeling?
Despair.
You're having a really bad day, aren't you?
Tortured.
Aren't you getting any ideas?
Nothing. Barren. Bleak. Desolation.
Well, at least you're feeling a bit more chatty now.
I'm so depressed.
All great artists get like this. Art comes from suffering, and this is going to be your masterpiece, I know it. I believe in you. Did you hear that? He's working again. I did it. I saved him.
Judy Hackman, is Joan around?
Won't be a minute. Rest your cellulite.
You present Crime Call, don't you? I'm not too keen on it myself, but my goldfish just loves it. Tries to leap out of his bowl, don't you, Freddie?
Judy, punk kid. So, darling, tell me how you are. Before we start, let me tell you about me. Did I tell you?
Joan, the most awful thing has happened. I've just been arrested for shoplifting in Marks and Spencer.
No.
I accidentally walked out with 2 of their new gourmet game bird range.
Aren't they gorgeous? Have you tried the guinea fowl?
What am I going to do? I'm a national icon for truth and justice. And now I'm going to be in a string of unfunny sketches on Spitting Image.
Pumpkin, don't take this the wrong way, but this is the 9th time you've been wrongfully arrested for shoplifting. Eventually, people are going to wonder.
You think I did it, don't you?
Of course I don't.
You think I did it, my own agent?
Well, didn't you?
Oh, why on earth should I want to shoplift 2 Marks and Sparks gourmet game birds?
Well, they are delicious and 4 minutes each side. They're perfect for dinner parties.
June!
Give me 2 minutes. I'll pop down and talk to our lawyers.
How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm all right.
God, you look good in black.
As in, for God's sake, I am his widow.
If I didn't have such superb self-control, I'd throw you on the back of that hearse and have you on the coffin.
You're unbelievable.
They may rest from their labors, for they take with them the record of their deeds. Man born of a woman hath but a short time to live. Like a flower he blossoms and then withers.
Can't talk now. Who? RCA. How much? And that percentage is on the cover price? Deal. My mother.
Man born of a woman hath but a short time to live.
Rebecca Fox. There should be someone here to greet me.
I'll just call him.
You're that bitch woman, aren't you?
Rebecca, darling, how wonderful to see you. Oh, you look ravishing. How are you?
Frankly, Dominic, not impressed. No welcome party, forced to wait 20 seconds in the foyer, and is no one going to offer me a drink?
God, how rude. Champagne.
At last, I thought you'd never ask.
Gloria, fetch me the finest bottle of champagne London has to offer.
Is that the usual Astis Spumante decanted into the vintage champagne bottle? Or the real thing?
Oh, she's been with the company since the 15th century. What a character.
I am a perfectionist, Dominic. A perfectionist who demands complete and absolute perfection in every aspect of my management team.
Rebecca, Eden Management is the best. I can honestly say I can't remember a single client ever being less than ecstatic.
Where is that piece of human filth? That venal reptilian excuse of a man?
Someone for me?
15 years Jack's been with this agency. And on the day they lay him to rest, only one of the bastards bothers to turn up for his funeral, and he's selling the deceased's greatest hits by the graveside.
Oh, bravo. What an audition piece. Somebody sign her up.
Let me handle this. I was doing it for you, I swear on my Lotus Elan.
Please.
What are you going to live on? Jack hadn't had a hit in 5 years. Now he's dead, he's hot. I was just trying to exploit that.
At his funeral?
One day you're hot, the next you're not.
What did I ever see in you?
This. This could be a new start for us, Natalie. No more sneaking around in cheap hotel rooms. Now it can be something good and pure and wholesome. Climb on the desk, I'll lock the door.
So, Dominic, sell yourself. Sell Eden Management. You've got 30 seconds.
Oh, Rebecca, please. I can't do anything in 30 seconds.
That's not what I remember.
Yeah, well, basically, what I want to say, I mean, up to now, your career has been moving along in this direction. And I think that if you joined us, we might be able to move it along in this direction. Now, this direction was marvelous, but I think that this direction could be even better. And I don't think that there's an agent in London who could make you an offer quite like that.
The thing thing is, I make quite staggering amounts of money, Dominic. Hideous, revolting mountains of the stuff.
Oh, Rebecca, please, you're making me dribble.
So, I want the best. I've been let down too many times.
So I heard.
You got married again?
Monica, oh yes. Brazilian model, does the Allure perfume ad.
Are you happy?
Pardon?
I always say that if an agent can't organize his own life, how can he organize mine?
Oh,
Are you happy?
blissfully. Monica dotes on me. Soulmates. And as for the sex, well, I mean, quite honestly, it's award-winning.
Big fan. huge admirer of your work.
Thank you.
That scene in the gondola when Bond unzips the front of the...
Thank you, Tony.
Unbelievable. What was her name in that film? No. Fanny McTightly. Fanny McTightly. Well, you know, subtlety was never their strong point.
Tony, can we get on with the presentation, please?
Yeah, sure thing. Done a little research, and it's been 10 years since the Bond film, and, well, let's face it, that Super Bitch series was regarded as kind of a joke here in Britain, so I figured...
A joke?
You think so, too. Good. Thought you might be kind of high and mighty about it. So, anyways, here's where I'm at.
Is he in?
Glow, look.
Hello, Monica.
I want to see him now.
He's in a meeting.
Now! Or I take your goldfish and I eat him. Then I make this phone go up your nose. Call him.
So, to review. First off, we have to get Rebecca back into the public eye again.
Absolutely.
But how? Then it hits me. Call in a favor from an old buddy of mine, and in less than an hour, we've all but signed a deal for Rebecca to do a Playboy centerfold. Huh?
A centerfold for Playboy?
Yeah, like Joan Collins.
Do you mean a centerfold without my clothes on?
Well, you won't be completely naked. You'll be wearing a fishing net.
A fishing net with holes in?
Rebecca, a fishing net without holes in it is a sheet.
Tony, I'm outraged. I mean with Rebecca... Monica, darling. No, I can't speak right now. No. Kiss, kiss. Outraged.
Dominique!
Rebecca is a serious actress who needs a top agent, a charismatic figure who is held in awe throughout the business. Someone who is both feared and loved. A giant amongst agents. Someone who is respected by everyone. And Rebecca, darling, I am saying I am that man. Actually, Rebecca, could you spare me just one moment? Bursting for the loo.
Not impressed so far, Dominic.
Fridays are always a little crazy around here.
Monica, this is completely beyond the pale. I am within a gnat's swing of signing the 37th most glamorous woman in show business, and you storm in and behave like the SAS.
Give me the tortoise. I want Terry.
Give me back my Barry Manilow records.
Never.
I want the man who writes the songs.
No.
Then the tortoise stays with me.
For the last time, give me Terry or you'll be sorry.
What are you going to do? Stab me with a Statue of Liberty? She stabbed me with a Statue of Liberty.
You're bleeding.
Yeah, well, that frequently happens following a stabbing.
I'll get Gloria to get an ambulance.
Are you insane? Rebecca Fox is next door. What am I supposed to say? Sorry, Rebecca, must postpone the meeting, just being disemboweled by the wife.
Let me call a doc.
No, Tony, no.
Dominic, if that hit an artery, you could turn into a human fountain.
A bit of blotting paper, that should mop it up. Now then, where's that staple gun?
Are you nuts? Look, forget about Rebecca. Let me take care of her. I got a whole career plan mapped out for her.
I'm not letting you anywhere near her. Before she knows it, she'll be half Nelsoned in a vat of baked beans.
You want highbrow? I can do highbrow. I know for sure they're looking for new people for Baywatch.
Rebecca, darling, what can I say? How can I possibly explain why 2 chairs flew through the window? Damnedest thing looks like we had a poltergeist. Still, I wafted a Bible about a bit, and it seems to have cleared off. Look, it's a bit crunchy in here. Why don't we go and find another office, eh?
Yeah, sure. You bet.
Let's try our teens. Oh, it appears to be locked. Won't be a second, Rebecca. After you.
It appears to be occupied.
Really? Oh, bye. Oh, Atine, there you are.
Dominic, hi.
And who's that with you? Why, it's Natalie Brickman, dear old Jack's widow.
Hello, Dominic.
So sorry to hear about Jack, my dear. Terrible business. Still, looks like you're over it now. So, that was Atine. He's one of our brightest stars. Used to handle Jack Brickman, of course, and now he appears to be handling his widow. Bit thrown by that, to be honest with you, Rebecca. Let's move on, shall we? Now, you're probably asking yourself two questions. Firstly, could a company as small as Eden Management handle a client as prestigious as yourself? And secondly, who is this chap who's hanging from the light socket? Well, he's one of Helen's clients. She's been working very closely with him, trying to give him emotional support, and clearly she hasn't quite succeeded. Excuse me 1 second, Rebecca. Gloria, darling, we seem to have a bit of a dead body problem in Helen's office. Joni, come and meet, who are you?
Rebecca Fox.
Rebecca Fox.
Just give me a minute to put Trudy into a cab. We've been with the lawyers for 3 hours. She's been arrested for shoplifting again.
Oh, poor old sausage. Still, she'll get the 100% support of this agency. When a client of ours is in a pickle, Rebecca, we always stick by them.
You thieving bitch! You sticky-fingered klepto-loony maniac! Rot in hell! I hope you get life!
Oh, I'm sorry about that, Ren. A bit of a leaky pen problem. Oh, there it goes again. It is leaky, isn't it? Actually, Bex, I think I'm in trouble here. Everything's going a bit grey. In fact, I think I'm probably going to faint. Ooh, yes, the old knees are going.
Is this a suicide?
No, I'm the stabbing. Suicide's in the office next to the bonking. The one past the one with all the blood in it. Well, Rebecca, you've had a chance to meet the gang. Gloria's got a contract if you'd like to sign. I'm afraid you'll have to forgive me because I think I'm going to black out. Thanks so much for popping in. Bye.